Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. We're over on Reddit today to look at some developer feedback. Now, they do this regularly on Discord where they get some questions from the community, answer them just to sort of like give you some information about where they're going, what they're doing, all that sort of stuff. I'm a bit late on this one just because I never got around to it. Big shout out to Tropo on Discord for giving me the idea to make a video about this. If you guys do like this type of video, let me know and I can cover this every time they do it if you want that. Now, in this one, there's a big thing in this one, which is why I decided to cover it in a video in the first place, and that is they're talking about wishlist and maybe changing the wishlist. So I figured this would be a big one to cover for a lot of people. So we'll go through that. I'll also go through all the suggestions, give you my opinions on them, because there's some of them that I get pretty serious about it, because I'm passionate about the game, and some things I disagree with what Lila say, and some things I agree with what they say, but I'll just give you guys my thoughts and opinions on them, and at the end you guys can let me know whether you agree with me or what they're saying, or agree with me and what they're saying. So we'll see what happens, but I hope you guys do enjoy the video, so let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to go through all these suggestions. So the first one is increase the amount of gold experience, hero essence, and other rewards that we are getting from campaign, daily quests, and guild bosses. The feedback, thanks for the suggestion. We're constantly working on improving the balance of AFK Arena and such, always looking to best solutions to make the game fun to play and rewarding. And they say especially casual games. So this one I don't really have an issue with. It's just, it depends how quickly they want people to progress. It's pretty much all this comes down to. And for me, I just play multiple accounts, so I guess I don't have that trouble. I know you do hit points where you get roadblocks. But yeah, it literally depends how fast they want people to progress through the game, how fast they can make content, because if people progress too fast, they may run out of content. And yeah, so that one's fine. I don't really have an issue with that. Suggestion 2, please consider making it easier to get faction gear. And this one I'm not too fast on either. They basically said that, faction gear is like end game, so they don't want it to be easy, that they want it to be like something that you aim to get towards end gear. Because really, when you go for when you're looking at mythic gear, literally if you get a mythic faction gear, then you just upgrade that to mythic plus, you're done. That's it. Happy days. So I completely get that one, why they don't want to make it too easy. And for me personally, yes, it's very RNG based. There may be that one piece that you really have trouble getting, but you get some good pieces through the faction towers and stuff like that, so not too bad at all. Suggestion 3, please remove common green heroes from the game or faction scrolls. Okay. This one is one that a lot of people, for me, in any game you play, summons and summon rates and stuff like that are something that, this game could give you guaranteed 3 purples every temple, and people would complain that they weren't getting enough purples. It's just the way it is. So, for me, they basically say that they're not going to remove them. Basically, that they try and make them valuable by having that rickety cart system, and basically they're essential to the balance of the game, which I do understand. Once again, it comes down to how fast do they want people to progress. I get the frustrations of not having enough food, but if you had everything, would the game be fun because you'd had nothing to work towards? If there was no green heroes and it was all blues, you'd be getting everything to Mythic Plus Ascended. It would just I don't know the right balance. I know that a lot of people feel that there's too many greens. I hate seeing greens. I wouldn't want to remove greens completely because I reckon that would break the balance. I'd like to see the minimum amount of non-greens. So the maximum amount of greens from temple be 6. I want to be getting at least 4 blues per temple. I feel like that would make a lot of people happy. Just seeing three blues just is disheartening. But once again, it all comes down to balance of the game and how quick they want people to progress. And like I said, it is an idle game. It is a fairly casual game. So, that's their call. I don't have a right answer for that. I just know that no matter what it is, there's always going to be people wanting better summons. That's the nature of every game. Go to any hero collector game, and I guarantee you a topic that's going to be on every Reddit or anything like that is the summon rates aren't good enough. And then games that give too good summon rates shut down because everyone has everything too quick, and then the game isn't fun anymore. So, it is a very fine balance, that whole thing. Suggestion 4, allow us to pull more heroes using companion points, hearts. This one, when I look at my summon rates, like honestly, the friendship points are how I get the best pulls. So, you know, capping, like the thing about friendship points is you get 20 per day. So that's 2 pulls per day. So after 10 days, after 5 days, you have a 10 pull. After 10 days, you have 2 10 pulls. So, you know, after a month, you've got 6 10 pulls of those. So if you say for a month, you've got 6 10 pulls of friendship summons. I feel like it's decent. And yeah, like I said, once again, this is that balancing. So like a lot of these are the kind of the questions that I wouldn't have upvoted just because they're just like, you just know the answer. It's the balance of the game, leave it alone. So that's what it is. It is what it is. Suggestion 5. Please change the arena rewards. They are so ridiculous, I don't even bother using my tickets. Okay, so this is one, I actually briefly mentioned this in one of my previous videos, that the rewards aren't fantastic, but they do mention in here the chests are good. So the one thing I'd consider is maybe scaling rewards, because the rewards from Arena are really good when you start a fresh account. But as you progress, they become less. That 10 dust, you know, really drops off. Maybe if it scales to be 100 dust, depending on, you know, what rank you are. Like, I don't know. Can't do it off rank because, I don't know, it'd have to do with server time or something like that. But they say one thing here that is a little bit like I'm not a massive fan of. That where do they say? They say when implementing arena features, we want to point arena functions, abilities, allowing you to see how they compare with other players. There's still okay. Oh, rip. Okay, I stuffed that up. It's at the very start. AFK Arena, in its core, is a PvE, not a PvP game. I beg to differ a little bit. A little bit. These games are definitely PvE games early on. Very early on, they're 100% PvE games because you want to progress. It's like every game. You got to progress before you compete. But I feel like the end game vision for this game and the reason that people wail on games like this is for PvP. If there was no PvP, people wouldn't wail on games like this. I've spoken to a few whales. They do it because they want to be rank 1. They would do it because they want to beat other people. So I think the game is actually a PvP game. I don't like that statement from them. But yes, moving on to the rewards, it is. The chests are really good. The Pitmaster one is really nice. But yeah, some scaling in the other rewards may be nice, but basically they said they're not going to do it. The Pitmaster's gift is a thing, and they're saying it's a PvE, not a PvP game, which that is the one thing that does annoy me, because once again, people don't pay money to beat PvE. They pay money to get ahead and beat other people. So I think they got to have a look at that. It's a PvP game. Let's get some real-time arena and more guild battles, please. That's just my opinion anyway. You guys can have a different opinion. Let me know in the comments below. Suggestion 6. Please upgrade. This is the big one. This is the big one, and this is why I made this video, because I thought this one would apply to some people. You may want to start saving your summons to see what happens here. If you're one of those people that have asked me to do viewer summons, hit me up again. Let me know if you want to wait. Okay, please upgrade the wish list. I don't see how it's working or how it improves my chances of pulling heroes that I need. The feedback, thanks for the suggestion. We're trying to achieve that and work on upgrading the wish list so that it will be clearer for everyone how and when it does work. Please stay tuned for that. We will soon announce more details on our social media. Haven't seen anything yet. Like I said, I'm like 6 days, 7 days behind on making this video. Still haven't seen anything. The one thing I'm not sure if this means they're changing the wish list or whether they're just going to like give more information on the way it works and the rates that it gives. I'm hoping... Well, to me, the wish list isn't too bad. Like, for my summons, I feel like it works fairly well, except for on those selective tickets that you get for every 100 summons, it seems pretty average. But, like, when they say they're trying to achieve that and work on upgrading the wish list so that it will be clearer. They say they're working on upgrading the wish list, but then they say so that it will be clearer. So that's where I'm not sure if it will be changing or whether they're just going to give us more information about how it works. So sort of waiting to see on that one. But I feel like if they change it, it won't be like completely groundbreaking changes. It'll be very slight tweaks in numbers. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And then suggestion 7, another one of these suggestions that I just wouldn't upvote because it's not going to get traction. increase the drop rates of purple heroes. And then they just go straight away. The current drop rates are essential to the game's balance, therefore unlikely to change in the near future. Basically, people, like I said, people always want more. I know I have good luck. You guys can tell me to get stuffed. That's fair enough. I get it. I have really good luck on my summons at the moment. But, you know, it's just, it's one of those things. Like 100%, I know other games that I've seen where they have drop rates too good. This is a little bit different in that you need multiple heroes to upgrade, but definitely in games, if they increase drop rates too much, people get over it too quick because there's nothing for them to aim for and hope for, and it just basically just destroys the want to play the game. So it is a fine balance. I don't know the exact answer. I don't know if drop rates are too low, too high, or spot on in this game right now. I find it fairly... I don't mind it, but once again, everyone's going to be different on this one, so it's just that same thing. And then they say, just a reminder, when selecting heroes for your wish list, new hero releases do not reduce the probability to draw a hero from your wish list. I made a video about that, the summon guide, if you want to check out. Seems like they're just confirming that what they stated earlier and what I put in that video. So if you're curious about how it works, you can go check that out. But yeah. And also selecting only one hero in your wish list does not increase the probability of receiving it compared to having a full wish list. That's just all general info. Next one. Allow us to reset signature items. Now, this one I completely agree with. This should be a thing, in my opinion. But it looks like they're leaning against it. We'll go through their reply. Signature items, along with faction-specific gear, are an endgame mechanic that wasn't designed to be reset. AFK Arena is a casual game, and we didn't intend for players to focus too much on changing their setup too often. Currently, there are also multiple ways to get a lot of emblems for your signature items from events, the store, and the tavern. Now, I pretty much completely disagree with what their statement is here. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm cool to take it. But when they say it's an endgame mechanic, but you start getting them early to mid-game. If it's an endgame mechanic, why are you making people choose their endgame team at early to mid-game? And it's a casual game. Okay, it's a casual game, so that means I'm going to casually go, okay, I'll throw some points into this guy. And then you go, oh wait, that didn't work. I don't like that. Why can't I change it if it's a casual game and I casually want to just swap over to another hero and test that? It's taking away from the fact that they keep introducing heroes into the game. They keep introducing heroes into the game, yet they say that people shouldn't change the setup too often. Why introduce new heroes if we're not going to change our setups? You know, the idea of introducing new heroes is so that we can change our setup and test them. I'm emotional about this one because I fully invested into Chimera on one of my accounts, and it's really boring and I want to change it up. But I made a mistake. I'll admit it. Okay? Not that Chimera is bad with it. It's just it's not fun for me, and I feel like games are all about having fun. So this is where I feel like they contradict themselves in a few of these things. Like they said when they said it's a PvE, not a PvP game. I disagree with that. This one I disagree with too. Yes, it's casual. Yes, it's an end game feature, but you need it through progression. And if you have one hero that you really want to build, you don't have the copies of them to get them to Mythic or Ascended or however you want to get them. You've got to then turn to another hero to progress. Then if you pull those copies later on, you'll be able to, use them. But if you don't have those tokens anymore, and when they say you get lots, you do get a fair few. The tavern bargains does mean you get a lot more than you would have originally in the game, but still you don't get heaps. You don't get heaps. Like my main account, I've been playing for ages. I think I've got two. I don't even have my second hero to 20 on it. Like I've been playing since global launch. I haven't got my second hero to level 20 on the signature weapon. Obviously, I don't buy them for diamonds. I think it's like 2,300 diamonds to buy. I can't remember how many from the shop of the gold ones, but it's a very slow trickling thing to get in. And if they want to say it's a casual game, I'm going a bit in depth into this one. But if they want to say it's a casual game and you shouldn't change it too often, then make it once per month. We get a ticket to reset the signature weapon of one hero. once per month, if that's how they want to play it. Just let players go, because once you've fully invested and then you play with it for a month, you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Let us swap that then, so that you're still keeping it, that it's a casual game. You shouldn't swap your lineup too much, even though I feel like introducing new heroes like monthly is like saying that you want us to swap our teams, so it's a bit contradicting. But let us do it like once per month. That's fine. Just, you know, don't even put a cost on it. Once per month, we get a ticket that we can reset one hero's signature item and put it to another. I feel like that would be a great solution. Stays in line with it being casual, so you're not like spending all day swapping it. But if you feel like you've made a big mistake, you get that one chance per month to swap one up. I feel like that's a pretty fair solution. Let me know what you guys think once again in the comments below. But you know, I just feel like that one is just, like I said, I made a mistake on my Chimera. Well, not a mistake, just I regret my decision. So I'd like to change that. Anyway, let me know what you think. I rambled on about that one for too long. Suggestion 9. There are not enough events. They are being... Oh, wow. I cannot speak now. They're being released too slowly. Feedback. We hear you and constantly working on many new and different events that will be steadily released in the game. I think that the event flow at the moment is actually really good. Since they introduced the Voyage of Wonders, I've really enjoyed the event flow. You know, now we've got the Halloween event is one awesome event. Props to Lilith for giving us so many. You look at how many scrolls you can get from that event, if that's what you go for. Like, it is a great event. And when you combine that event with the same timing of the Voyage of Wonders, where you get 5 Stargazers from the Voyage plus the 5 from the event, you can then, you know, get your first temple of Stargazer if you're at chapter 16, get a guaranteed hero, then you can probably buy another 50 to 100 scrolls on top of that. Like, it's a great event, and the Voyages are, like, I love the Voyage. The Voyage is a great system for events, and if they keep doing the Voyage with other random events in between, like, hopefully we get the Lost Sigils again that went to the test server, never came to the live servers. Hopefully that does, but we'll have to see. But if they can yo-yo crisscross Voyage of Wonders with other random events like they've done, I feel like it's a really good event roster. So props to Lilith on the events at the moment. I definitely think the events are going pretty well as of now, and I like the way their events are sort of daily events that, you know, don't take too much time. Like the Halloween event doesn't take a hell of a lot of time to do, but, you know, you get some decent rewards. It keeps you engaged in it daily for, you know, 10 minutes to do it. So I do like the structure of the events. You've got the Voyage, which is the, you know, you can punch it down one turn if you want to do it in one day, but then having those other events to do daily, perfect. I feel like that's a great model. Hopefully they keep going with it. But that is going to be it for this one. Like I said, the big one there is the wishlist changes. Like I said, I'm not too sure where it is. I can't even find it on here. But I'm not sure when the wishlist, like if it will change, when it's going to happen, or whether they are just going to do some, you know, tell us the rates. But it will be interesting to see. So if you do want to hold out in summons, maybe hold out. For me personally, if I had enough to summon right now, I'd just go for it, because I'm leaning towards that they're just going to give us the rates. But if they buff it, you know, who cares? Still got more summons to do later on. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.